bro. Don't leave it. Don't leave it.
I took the lights and everything.
Don't leave it.
Oh my god, bro.
Remember that scene in It where Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård, depending on your persuasion, lures little Georgie to his ultimate demise through the sewer grate? Well, that situation isn't exclusively left to the silver screen, because these guys caught themselves staring into the same cavernous depth, just like Georgie, except they didn't actually expect a monster to pop out.
Se lo juro que había algo ahí.
Nos devolvemos.
Créame que yo no hubiera llamado si hubiera visto algo. Es que yo iba pasando por acá y esa vuelta está destapada.
No, si es risa,
ahí ya la parte al...
What the hell is that? All we can make out are two black eyes and a strange alien-like head shape. Although we do have to say, it looks a little too good to be true. It's so still and moves so easily. Almost as if it's some kind of mask someone just popped out over the ledge. There is no further context we can find online about this, so we'll throw it out to you. Can you find anything about this clip? Do you have any hot takes? Let us know in the comments.
After a long night of partying, a group of girls, along with a few guys, were driving home, pretty cooked, when they decided to make a quick pit stop at a local store. Little did they know that the night still had one last thrill in store for them. As they pulled up to the parking lot, one of the girls, still feeling the effects of the night, spotted something strange in the distance. At first, the rest of the group brushed it off, thinking she might have had one too many drinks. But determined to prove she wasn't just imagining things, she pulled out her phone to record. What she caught on camera left them all in stunned silence.
De que está cerrada la Dairy Queen, güey, sigue en construcción. ¡Cállate! Y hay un señor allá adentro. ¿Qué chingados hace ahí, señor? ¿Qué hace ahí? Es un señor con sombrero.
No se ve nada.
Ya no se ve, pero sí se... No.
Ah, no, sí está.
¿Sí está?
Ah, ese es el velador.
Ay. Un velador no se va a vestir como si fuera, no sé, turista o acapulqueño. No se va a vestir
como la
así.
Muerte, para asustar a la gente y no se meten a robar por eso.
A man in a hat briefly appeared sitting in the corner of the store, except this was well past closing time, and no one was supposed to be there. What made it even creepier, he looked totally relaxed. Not exactly the vibe of someone sneaking in. Security guard? Maybe? But how come he vanished as soon as the camera panned? She swears the figure kept appearing and disappearing before she finally caught it on video. Was it a spirit hanging out in the shadows? Or just a reflection playing tricks? We'll leave that one up to you.
Imagine going for a hike alone and realizing you're not as alone as you think. Just like this guy, who felt like someone was watching him, but as it turns out, he was right. At first, it looks like a stalker watching him from behind the tree, but as he got closer to find out who, he was utterly shell-shocked to see a pure black figure with no facial features whatsoever. Creepy for sure, but there's so much to unpack here. First, why is it always captured on the worst quality cameras ever? It makes it a lot easier to hide signs of fakery, that's for sure. Secondly, did you see how thin that tree was? How did that big ass shadow blob manage to completely hide itself behind it? And why the hell did this dude see someone stalking him and instead of running away, start breathing heavily and get closer to it? So many questions. Reckon this is another one for the fake pile? Let us know your thoughts. This security guard was expecting it to be the same as any other shift when he was skimming through the cameras, until he saw this flying past the screen. The circular shape and blinding lights tend to point to one answer, that the aliens were making a quick getaway. But if we try to apply a more logical explanation, could it have been a drone? Possibly, but surely we would have seen a more defined shape or seen the propeller spinning, which we didn't. Still, that doesn't mean we can eliminate the possibility that this was either some sort of huge orb or a UFO. What do you think though? Let us know in the comments.
This terrifying footage was caught by the co-worker of the original post on Reddit. While trying to relax one night, she heard a strange groaning sound outside. Fearing there was about to be a home invasion, she got up and ran to check her security camera, but it was no purged night. It was something much stranger. The cat spent no time getting the hell out of there. He's got the right idea, because according to the original poster, the gate that swung open is extremely heavy and difficult to open, so it definitely wouldn't be because of the wind. And as if there wasn't enough, some weird orbs flies towards the gate, just after it opens. And what was that growl at the end? The original poster left this comment under the video, expanding a little. The hell does that mean? So it could have been a crackergeist, an animal, or some sort of possible Eldritch horror. Whatever it was, you better be glad it's behind a screen and nowhere near you.
Skateboard Chris has been living in a haunted house for a few years now, and the footage he has been capturing on camera is nothing short of fascinating. One night he was in for some chill time off work, only to realise that he wasn't in fact the only one kicking back for the evening. Of course, after this strange event, he started monitoring his security cameras, as there was a lot more to understand what exactly was going on inside his home. But with every new footage he captured, he seemed to get more questions than answers.
Oh my god. Holy hell. James, that cabinet door just flew open. I literally saw it. Holy shit.
You okay?
I watched it open and it flew.
Are you good? You want a light beat?
I'm okay. It's just like, what?
You got me over here getting like goosebumps.
I literally like watched it do this.
This video was taken when his family visited, but it's safe to say they weren't planning a sleepover after seeing that. The activity began to scare him more and more as it became less predictable. His security cameras captured strange happenings all the time, but what he really wanted was to actually see it with his own eyes and capture the moment with his phone. But every time he tried, his phone would freak out. That's when he thought of buying a GoPro. And what a great call that was, because what he captured with it turned out to be much harder to explain. Take a look.
Why the fuck is it taking a picture, bro? That's a video. Come on now. Bro. I won't do anything.
Phones can sometimes malfunction and slow down, as this one did here, but it seems incredibly creepy that one after another, the security cameras backfired. Chris's phone started to break and stuff started moving from behind the closed glass doors. The footage Chris captured throughout the years seems pretty genuine to us, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to follow Skateboard Chris on TikTok for more creepy footage like this.
We've seen people make some bad life choices, but dragging an Ouija board to a graveyard alone at stupid o'clock? That's not just reckless, that's paranormal Darwinism. Meet Two-Turnt Brian, a streamer who thought summoning ghosts solo was a great idea. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. His goal? A chill little chat with the afterlife. You know, maybe meet some friendly spirits, swap ghost stories and call it a night. What he actually got? Let's just say Casper was busy, so something else showed up instead. And now Brian might need a nightlight for life. Take a look.
Two, three. Friendly spirits, we call to you for communication. Is there any spirits that would like to communicate with me? Yo, it's moving fast, bro.
Yo, bro, is that really not you?
That's not me, bro. I swear. I'm barely touching it. It's not doing it.
Was it you that moved the camera?
Was it you that moved the camera? Bro, the fucking car is going off, bro. Yo! Bro.
You have to say goodbye. You have to say goodbye.
Bro, it broke the fucking light.
It broke the light.
Bro.
Use your phone light. Use your phone light. Use your phone light. Yo, you're not supposed to leave the planchette on there.
I'm a...
See if the wires got messed up.
I think I got it.
Yo, Mike, you're not talking. Go on mute, bro, because of echo.
Bro, this not fixing, bro. Yo, Chris.
Yeah.
Should I leave?
Yo, Chris. Bro, are you okay? Should I leave? Like, be honest with yourself. Like, can you think you can continue?
I'm shaking, but...
If you think you can push through, bro, like, bro, this is some real shout.
Do I just say goodbye and leave?
Say goodbye, get the fuck out. Planchette on it. He left the planchette on it. That's why you're not supposed to, bro. They move it. That's their thing. Bro, I'm literally looking at it move. I'm not even joking. I'm literally looking at it move.
I got the tripod.
Did you catch that? The planchette seems to be sliding on its own, while Brian is busy fixing the tripod. And from that moment, it was game over. Or so we thought. You think a cemetery known for its paranormal activity would be enough of a red flag. But no, our guy was committed. And what happened next turned this paranormal experiment into a full-blown nightmare. Let's watch.
Chat. Yo, Mozzie. Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to me? Bro, I didn't even ask it.
That's insane, dude.
Was that you that just turned on the alarm?
Okay?
Yes. Bro. The fuck, bro? I left the keys over. I'm panicking, bro. Where the fuck are the keys?
Apparently, no one was trying to break into his car. Whatever he was communicating with wasn't just listening, it was letting him know it was there. But it gets worse. When he finally decided he'd had enough and reached for the Ouija board to leave, something damn right chilling happened.
Bring it, bro. Don't leave it.
I took the lights and everything. Bro.
Don't leave it, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, the board went in.
Get the phone, get your phone. Get out there, bro. Oh my god, I saw that. We caught that on camera.
I'm leaving, bro.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Bring it out.
I'm leaving.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Right before his eyes, the Ouija board was yanked straight under the cemetery gate, almost like something didn't want him to reach it and say goodbye to end the session. At this point, most people would have already been halfway home, deleting the footage and pretending it never happened. But Brian, he couldn't just leave. He still had to say goodbye to the spirit, unless he wanted to risk bringing something home with him. Turns out, that was an even bigger mistake.
But I never said goodbye, bro.
Brian, you might have to go jump over that fence and say goodbye.
Do I actually? What's gonna happen, bro? Honestly, like serious, what's gonna happen if I don't?
I'm not sure, bro. I just know that you're supposed to say goodbye. Like, that's the thing. Let me see.
Bro, I don't want nothing following me, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You might
This
have
whole was a mistake, bro.
That was a mistake, bro. I was supposed to say goodbye, bro. It stopped you from saying, bro.
I'm jumping the fence, bro. I'm jumping the fence. Bro. Bro, Chris, look at the stream.
Oh my god, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
There's a fire?
There's a fire.
Get out of there, run. Yo, get out of there. I'm not gonna get out of there. Get out of there.
Bro, what is burning though? Bro, if that's the board, bro, everything just escaped.
Brian, go home, bro. I think you just go home, bro. Say goodbye. You're not allowed to follow me. Say it out loud right now.
Goodbye, you're not allowed to follow me. Bro, I don't think that's gonna work, bro. Do you think that's the board? I'm gonna jump the fence, bro.
Oh, where's the board?
Bro, I see it. Yo, it's the board. It's the board and the planchette. Oh my god. Bro, I'm not touching it.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Oh, the board is burnt. Oh my god. The board is burnt. Oh, sorry. I don't know. That was the board.
So do I just say goodbye?
Oh my god, bro.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Just say goodbye. Drag it. Say goodbye.
I did.
And say you cannot follow me home.
You cannot follow me home.
Brian finally realised that his life was worth more than the content. So without looking back, he sprinted to his car and got the hell out of there. And if there's one lesson to take from this, it's that messing with an Ouija board in a cemetery might sound fun and all, but if you're crazy enough to do it, maybe, just maybe, bring a friend next time. Or better yet, bring a priest.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Being home alone usually sets any existing paranoia on a knife's edge. Any creaks,
Right?
bumps, or bangs make you jump right out of your seat. But you can normally get yourself back to normal by thinking, it's all inside my head, right? Well, you can, but only until you see the light switches flipping on and off before your very eyes.
Okay, so it's doing it again. That switch down there is on. You see it past my shaking. This one is on, okay? It's Mom. See what I mean? It's f***ing... You can hear it. You can... Mom, nope.
A follow-up post was made by this guy's sibling on Reddit, explaining exactly what happened. According to them, their brother was completely alone in their parents' house dog-sitting, while the sibling on Reddit says that they have never felt or experienced anything awry or even at all particularly spooky in the house. They're stumped by this whole thing. The way the light switch clearly flicks up and down and stays almost perfectly in the middle seems nearly impossible to fake. And automatic lights don't have light switches that move on their own either. So what's going on? His reactions seem so genuine too. The gasps and shouts don't sound forced at all.
Mom.
Usually, flickering lights could be anything, but it seems like different rules apply to this clip. What do you think happened here? Let us know.
Responding to some bug disturbance in her backyard, this woman found something that made her wish she never stepped out of her house in the first place. Check it out. As she prepared to whack the insect into oblivion, she realised that it was a strange looking flying thing and ran into the safety of her home. Could that have been a dragonfly carrying something? A lunar moth? Or maybe, just maybe, a fairy? Although we couldn't get a close enough shot of the insect, we found another video that made our imaginations run wild.
A bit wet now.
Yeah. Really wet now. This is because it rained last night. This is an apple tree. And it's
Wow.
big apples. Very big apples.
Are they still on it?
There's a
They
few,
all fallen.
some there, and some there. Most of them are on the floor.
Oh yeah.
What's that? Yeah. What's what? Yeah, look. Right up there. Insect or something.
Is that an insect? Let's have a look.
Oh my god.
In the beginning, the video was no more than some kids showing their father around their friend's garden until they came to an apple tree and spotted the most bizarre insect. What in the Mother Earth was that? At first look, it looked like a dragonfly, but when it took to the sky, it appeared to have a humanoid shape. Are these proof that fairies exist among us? Or are they insects that entomologists have yet to discover? We'll leave it to you to figure out. You need to watch what your children do and play with, because you never can tell if they'll one day open the door of your house to a scary ghost. This family has always been quiet and happy until they started experiencing some really weird stuff around the house one day. Like almost anyone would, they wanted to know what was up, so they decided to put a camera inside the house. One day, straight after the kid got bored of playing with an older Ouija they had forgotten about, something creepy happened. Turns out the kid found the Ouija board under all the clutter and had been messing with it and hiding it under the bed. Although the parents found it, it was too late. The kid had unknowingly invited something sinister into the house. And did you notice? When we enhance the audio, a faint whisper can be heard saying, "Not your toy." Skeptics were quick to call it fake, with some even saying someone must have hidden behind the TV, but the family responded with footage showing how that wasn't even possible. They decided to install cameras to monitor the house, and just a few days later, while the little boy played inside the house, the ghost was caught on camera. That bowl did move. The ghost must have been really enjoying it because it was just getting started. Watch what happens next. That was some ghostly chaos right there. Still, many didn't believe it. But that didn't look fake, and the parents were going to prove it. And they did. You'd think that would be the last time, but this ghost is having fun, and what it did next was downright scary.
Yeah, Z and a P. Oh, Joe. No, and a spell. Wade. Yeah, Z.
Over the years, these clips have sparked heated debates online. Skeptics have thrown in their usual shade, claiming it's all staged. But here's the kicker. These videos are from an era when faking something this convincingly wasn't exactly easy for your average Joe. High-tech CGI software wasn't cheap, and for what? A few videos on YouTube. It seems unlikely. Many viewers firmly believe this is a genuine poltergeist activity, and honestly, with the way that Ghost was flexing its supernatural muscles, it's hard not to think something sinister was having way too much fun in that house. But what do you think? Was this family haunted by a real poltergeist? Or is it all just an elaborate prank that stood the test of time? Let us know your thoughts below. Imagine living in a house where strange things happen all the time. Things you've tried to understand by throwing all sorts of potentially logical explanations, but still can't make any sense of them after all these years. Now imagine, with all that's going on, your camera captures something like this. Hard to spot, right? Take a look at the hallway right after Marika's husband walks from their bedroom into the bathroom. Who or what sent that baby flying? When we zoom in, we can clearly see her being abruptly pushed. The baby is fine, but Marika, the owner of that house and the uploader of this video, still feels shaken up by what her camera caught. You see, the mother and daughter were guests at the house, and maybe whatever the hell pushed her didn't want her around the house. Some believe ghosts can be pretty territorial anyway. I know what you're thinking. She just slipped, or the mother's hand pushed her by accident. Well, hold on, because there are more strange things captured on camera inside this house. But before we go there, it's also important to mention that this is far from the first time a camera captured a kid violently pushed by seemingly no one. So, we're left with a question. Is this proof the house is really haunted? Not yet, but check this out. While the family played songs, their young son danced in jubilant circles. That was until he spotted something we couldn't see and started backpedaling in fear. After that, the kid seems to be following something around the room, acting very weirdly. Of course, the family didn't notice this at the time. They only went back to check the cameras for more strange occurrences when things became way too strange right in front of their eyes. For example, her son left the bowl sitting on the floor after eating some cereal bites, only for Marika to turn around and find the bowl rolling like someone or something was playing with it for a long time. And how do you explain this? As they tidied up the kitchen, the cabinet's door was violently opened, tossing everything out. According to the family, this happened more times in different areas of the house, and for the kitchen, it's usually a shattery paranormal makeover. Plus, their reaction shows just how much that caught them by surprise, making the video all the more spooky. After watching all this, do you think the girl was really pushed by something sinister, or is there a universe somewhere where all these clips make perfect sense together? Which one of the videos did you find most unexplainable? Let us know in the comments. Of all places you'd expect to be haunted, the groin isn't top of the list. But when this guy was flicking through the old family photo album, he noticed something that sent a chill shooting down his spine, because there was someone in the picture he doesn't remember being there. Can you see it? I'd say it's difficult to miss, but it really isn't. Right at his groin area is a childlike figure with hollow black eyes. Now you might be thinking, there was another kid there and the camera messed with them. But he swears up and down the only people in the photo were him and his two cousins, who we can see clearly. And even if he were lying about that, what kind of camera messes someone's face up that bad? Someone even took the photo and shoved the brightness and exposure up to see if there were any editing mistakes. But there was nothing to suggest anything like that. Just that there was a black-eyed child standing in the middle of the photo, who was never there in the first place. While taking his daughter to pay respects to a deceased relative, this woman experienced a heart-thumping moment as her little girl started acting strange. Here is what was caught.
What are you waving at her?
Bye, Kate. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.
After paying their respects to the dead, the woman noticed her daughter waving an imaginary figure goodbye. That is when she pulls out her phone to record. The little girl seems more concerned about this imaginary friend and pays her mum no mind. Could it be the ghost of the person they came to visit? Bearing in mind that children see things adults sometimes don't. Or was she just nonchalantly mumbling the words she recently picked up? Whichever it was, it sure had her mother worried. What are your thoughts on this one? Let us know. You usually take a look at the mountain landscape on a long drive to drink in the beauty of nature, but this guy only saw something looming on the mountain top.
What is it?
person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over. There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now.
If you compare it to the size of the trees, the mountain, and the camera zoom, this figure must have been huge. Through the comments on this video, we were able to find the account that the clip initially came from, a guy called Andrew Dawson. When that video blew up, he took a few trips back to the same spot, and to his horror, the figure had moved. Could it have been an alien a UFO picked up? Was it some kind of military experiment? Well, maybe not. A few months after he posted all of these clips, he came out with a TikTok which explained everything, or did it? Before we dive deeper into what happened next, let's watch this one, but be sure to keep an eye on his body language.
Hey guys, I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
That's some pretty damning evidence that this video was faked, right? Well, scripting the videos is pretty straightforward, but how did he create the giants on the mountain? Usually, we would call this a case closed, but he posted a very strange video 10 days later.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
The caption is even more interesting, saying, "Too much has happened and I can't be forced to be silent." Which makes this spookier, is that he did mention he was stopped by the CIA while attempting to record.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area, like a public park or whatever. Some local told me to take this path. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm going to go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now because he stopped the vehicle. His truck was blocking it. Said some like environmental issue was going on. I don't know. He told me to go back and said I was trespassing. I don't get it. It was awkward, but I'm going back again tomorrow to see if he's not there. But if he is there, I will keep camera. I will film because the only angle I could get that I found today is the one I just posted earlier, and there wasn't even anything there. But I don't understand why the road's blocked off. I don't know.
Could Andrew have been forced to say the videos were faked by the CIA? He hasn't posted in over a year on his once busy account. Also, on another mountain, a family caught this. Not exactly the thing you want to see the most in the middle of your family hike. You could put it down to a trick of the eye, but what if it isn't? What if the powerful are really trying to hide the evidence while silencing whoever stumbles upon it? Food for thought?
Crew Station in the UK is known for its ghostly encounters, but this chilling video captured by Ben Taylor takes it to a whole new level. Listen closely, if you dare.
It's tied up.
We're not left there. I don't know what it is.
I do, yeah.
Let's lift it up, I'll go under.
Thanks, go again, Dirty. Oh, shit. Hello. Can't do that. No. It fucking seen me and it fucking stopped. Do you not hear it? Stop.
Stop, yeah. Come on, Rob. Get out. I'm going because we've got to do tricks.
According to Ben, this strange sound went on for about 20 minutes non-stop, and when the security team did a thorough search, they couldn't find anything. No animals, no blood, no injured workmen shouting for help at all. But the creepiest part, and what sent the security guard running, was the fact that the moment he got there, the voice stopped for a brief moment, as if acknowledging his presence. And apparently the sound happened again the next night, but nobody caught it on camera. A commenter did say that the sound indicates a deer's bark, but with the reverb effects of being shouted down a pipe. Never knew that's what deers sounded like. But with Crewe Station being named one of the UK's most haunted railway stations back in 2014, it's no surprise that the rest of Ben's co-workers also had their own paranormal experiences there. According to them, it's ubiquitous to hear noises like this and see things move throughout the building on your shift. A former driver even said that in his many years of working in Crewe around certain areas of the station that the experiences have been extraordinary. So much so that he's glad not to work there anymore. What do you think about this though? Do you have any paranormal stories from Crewe Station? Let us know in the comments.
When Wendy and her husband booked a 3-night stay inside the 1790 Inn, a haunted hotel in Savannah, Georgia, they knew about the terrifying experiences reported by guests who spent the night in room 204. But they booked room 201, so nothing strange could happen to them, right? Well, let's just say it all started with this.
Okay, so we've been getting, this is the 1790 Inn in Savannah, Georgia, and we've been getting some pretty creepy stuff happening in this room. It's getting a little bit creepy. Not a little bit, it's getting a lot creepy. This table here vibrates. I've looked all over the place. I don't think that this electrical cord can make it vibrate. Yeah, we have the TV on because I just don't want it quiet in here right now. It's really creepy when it's quiet in here. Right here, nothing unusual, but over here, we've had a banging noise right here. Like somebody literally dropped a hammer. I was here, Wendy was in the bathroom, and I did nothing to this. Alright, so, Wendy, what do you think about this crap that's happening? I mean...
Well, I don't really want to, if this keeps going on, I really don't want to stay here. I really want to leave.
Alright, well, I understand that. I'm getting a little spooked too, but we did...
I forgot to say about what I saw up there on the ceiling.
Oh, the fan.
Yeah, there is no fan in this room, as you can see, and yet I saw at the top of the ceiling the kind of like the shadow effect of like when a fan blade goes around
Yeah.
And then it stopped.
But just remember, we paid a lot of money for this room, so I'm not...
Of course, with all these creepy experiences, they nearly gave up. But thinking about the money spent to be there, they decided to stay. Not without leaving a camera recording all night though. However, when they checked the footage back, their heart dropped with the realization that something else was spending the night with them. This is what their camera captured. The magazine flies off the desk seemingly on its own, and, as if possessed by an unseen force, the creepy doll pivots its gaze, fixing its eyes directly upon the camera, as if it's peering into the depths of your soul. Sure, any fakery could easily go unnoticed with such poor image quality, but look at those eyes. Don't they seem almost alive? Some people commented on the abrupt end to the video and the distinct lack of follow-ups or context to the hotel and the creepy doll. But one commenter, Ann Cobb, left a chilling note about her haunting experiences in Savannah. But here's a question for you. How long could you stay in this room with this doll staring at you? Let us know.
The truck driver in the video you're about to watch experienced something unexplainable while driving that forever changed his perspective on the paranormal. Check it out.
So I left our yard in Illinois, in Forest, Illinois, at 1 o'clock in the morning. I got about 2 hours down the road, and I'm driving down 57, just going northbound, just past the 349 exit, and this bridge comes up. I know we see stuff sometimes, we're like, it's probably just debris in the road, whatever. This wasn't like that. This felt like something was there. So I pulled up the dash cam. The exit that I passed was at least a half a mile before this. And both sides of the highway here are ditches that go to nothing. There's no roads on the side there. It just doesn't make sense. There was no cars on the sides of either side, northbound, southbound, no roads. I mean, no cars. Another thing that was weird is when I pulled it from my dash cam, my GPS wasn't working, which has never, ever, ever happened. My GPS has always worked on my dash cam. It shows you your route that you went, whatever. Creepy. I'm still creeped out, and this was 12 hours ago. And I'm almost at a loss of words because I've never experienced something like this before. So I was lucky enough to be able to catch it on my dash cam so people don't say that I was just tired and this just was something that I was just coming up with. This is it. I didn't add that in. I didn't add it in the video, in my dash cam video. I pulled it, saved it, and it's there. I'm going to put it at the end. Tell me what y'all think.
And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agreed.
For context, this guy is driving around 3 AM when he spots this weird figure in the middle of the road. A woman in all white scrubs. Granted, it could have been a woman going over to a car on the other side. However, according to the driver, it made zero sense for anyone to be on that stretch of road since there were no exits on either side for about a mile. Plus, there are ditches by the roadsides, and he noticed no cars parked nearby. After watching the uncanny, seemingly transparent figure cross the road via his mirrors, he explained that he had goose pimples and the hair stood on end for about an hour. So, what could he have encountered that night? The ghost of someone who was involved in a fatal accident? Or is there any other plausible explanation for this? Let's hear your thoughts.
According to this team of foolhardy paranormal investigators, the local cemetery in this video has been deemed a paranormal hotspot for years, so they decided to see what they could capture on camera. The result? A chaotic cocktail that will leave you gasping. Take a look.
¿Sigue moviendo? Amigos, adentro no hay nadie. Bien, adentro no hay nadie, miren. Adentro no hay nadie, amigos. ¿Qué bien? Si estás aquí, dime qué es lo que necesitas. ¿Ocupas ayuda? ¿Qué es lo que ocupas? ¡Ay! Se movió ese ángel, se movió ese ángel, se dio una vuelta el ángel, don Sergio. Manifiéstate si estás aquí. Queremos verte, queremos que te manifiestes. Danos una señal que estás aquí. Dinos dónde estás. ¡Sí, se dio la vuelta, se dio la vuelta, se dio la vuelta, se dio la vuelta! No manches, se acaba de dar la vuelta, se acaba de dar la vuelta. Se dio la vuelta, se pasó de lanza, amigos, se acaba de dar la vuelta. Perdón por gritar, amigos, perdón por gritar, pero se dio la vuelta, don Sergio. Hay un hueco atrás del ángel, dicen. ¿Dónde está el hueco, amigos? El hueco atrás del ángel, lo voy a acercar. Dicen que hay un hueco atrás del ángel, amigos. Aquí se lo voy a poner para ver si es cierto. ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde hay un hueco, amigos? Dicen que hay un hueco. No hay huecos. ¡Ay! No manches, no manches.
¿Algo tiene?
Sí. Algo tiene, amigos. Algo tiene este ángel que no nos deja, no nos deja. Enfoca la puerta, hay una cara, amigos. Dicen, enfoca la puerta, hay una cara. ¿En qué parte? No, hombre, aquí hay... ¡Ay, me caigo! Aquí hay algo bien fuerte, mira, mire. Sí, ya vio. Ya vio. ¿Qué hoyo?
Uno dice que un hoyo.
No le haga caso a la gente. No le haga caso a lo que... Nada, para que no esté chingando. Bueno, la gente es, amigos. Lo voy a meter, pues ojalá no me pase nada. Nada, para que no esté chingando esa gente, amigos. Si ya me enseñó, ya me hizo enojar. Vean, amigos, me voy a meter. Uy, uy. ¿Se cayó qué? Se cayó. Aquí me voy a meter, amigos. Solamente para que vean esa gente incrédula. Y yo de güey haciéndoles caso todavía. Ahí para que vean. Ahí está, amigos, para que vean la gente incrédula esa. Yo todavía haciéndoles caso. Todavía les hago caso, amigos, de esa gente. Mire. No quieren que me acerque.
Both the statue and the door seem to be moving on their own. And while many feel that these cemetery clips are usually fake, something about this one gave us the heebie-jeebies. Look, they quickly show us the entire area pretty much straight after the activity happens. We've watched it multiple times and still can't find any signs of fakery, but we'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section.
YouTuber World Paranormal has seen some super scary paranormal activity, so they decided to set up some hidden cameras to capture the bizarre moments. And oh boy, did they catch a right spookfest. Take a look.
Looks like Andy's playing games again. First moving its arm and now it wants to fall to the floor. This is kind of cool though. I'm really glad it likes to be active lately. Well, ever since I took it out of the cabinet, because we got this set. So now I keep it out, but I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Is there anything here? Well, I mean, the doll fell on the floor, but that could have been anything. Make a knock. Or a sound. Or move the doll again. Are you a little kid? Are you grown? Can you make the doll move? Can you tell me your name? Can you knock? Yo. Bro. Is that you who opened? No, don't even answer that. I might be done with this pretty soon. Bro. I'm good on that.
What began as mere objects moving on their own, and orbs flying around, escalated into something that would make him consider moving.
So, here we are again. That little bottle of candy you see right there either jumped or slid or rattled, but I heard the candy shake for sure. That definitely wasn't quiet about that. So we're gonna see what we can get. Can you make a move again? If there's anything here, can you make it move again? Well, in the meantime, here's our new beautiful cabinet we got for the haunted dolls. We got it for like 30 bucks. I had to clean it. Super dusty. And then it turns out that the dolls won't even fit in it, which sucks because it is such a beautiful cabinet. There's a lot of space down here, but you know, I'm not doing that. I don't want to shelter them away. But yeah, we're still going to use it for something else though. I guess continuing to look for a better space for the antiques and haunted items.
While showing off the cabinet that he'd got for haunted dolls and antique items, he caught a shadowy apparition standing right behind him in the cabinet glass. But this wasn't the only creepy footage captured in his haunted apartment, so make sure you subscribe to World Paranormal to stay up to date with his hair-raising experiences.
Zona de Terror spends his time exploring creepy abandoned buildings so we don't have to. And on a few of his recent investigations, he was able to capture some genuinely unsettling footage. While checking out an abandoned hospital in China, he was confronted with one of the strangest sights he had ever seen that soon made him jump out of his skin.
Tôi muốn死啦嘛，仆街！我怕熱逼可以死。而且我他妈已经到底啦，没有人啊！对不起，我台湾人，我拍影片，你不要那么严肃了。
The first question is, how on earth did the leg and the door move by themselves? There's clearly nobody else inside the room or anywhere near him. And what was a pair of stuffed trousers and shoes doing in an abandoned hospital? It could be some weird teaching prop for practicing medical education. But who the hell would leave that there? The compelling thing about this video is how genuinely terrified he sounds. You couldn't get a scream like that out of someone who wasn't scared. He left promptly, but it seems as though something had latched onto him from that room, because this was what happened in his kitchen afterwards.
Hey, 有人吗？不好意思啊，阿北，如果你不欢迎我的话，你可以出声吗？打扰了。我操！靠北，我才刚开播啊，大哥！
A fridge door, designed with heavy magnets to stay sealed, doesn't just swing open and close like that on its own. It's being played with. And the fact that this happens right after his terrifying encounter in the hospital is no coincidence. He went looking for something in that abandoned building, and it seems he found it. Or rather, it found him. It's a terrifying final thought. Most people think ghosts are tied to a place, a house, a graveyard. They believe that if you just walk away, you're safe. Perhaps this footage comes to prove that sometimes the ghosts aren't in the house, they're in you. How does a child sitting with her legs apart for balance suddenly fall backwards like she's been pulled by the hair? Then, a blue bottle stem strangely appears out of nowhere, as if it were delivered by the Tooth Fairy, which she picks up and starts nibbling on. But this was the first time something this scary was caught. So what do you think? Real poltergeist activity,